Hello, my name is Evan Tanner. I want to extend a special welcome to the macroeconomics students of Johns Hopkins University in fall 2014. As you may know, I've been developing some learning materials in macroeconomics. My goal with these materials is to make the experience of learning macroeconomics more realistic, more involved, and more fun by integrating small spreadsheet-based models and tools that are a bit closer to what professionals use into your current macroeconomics curriculum. As I launch the project, Professors Feinmesser and Rabucci have kindly agreed to help me test some of the materials in your classroom by introducing some tools. I want to thank them, and I especially want to thank you, the students. Our end goal is to help you understand the macroeconomic environment that you'll be facing in the days and years to come as people in business or if you pursue any other career. So you're going to be getting a small, short-run macroeconomic model that we'll be doing in class. Professors Feinmesser and Rabucci have kindly invited me in to do a guest lecture where we'll be presenting that. I do want to emphasize that some of the notation is going to be slightly different than your textbook, and also we'll be introducing some new concepts. Not a whole lot different from your textbook, but just some new concepts that I think you'll find useful. So that's why before you do this model, we're asking you to do some preparation, and we've posted this on the website. So what I'd like to do is I'd like to give you a little guide around the website and tell you what that material is so that when I come to class, you'll be better prepared. So here's the main page of the website called Global Macro Issues, a modular learning website. And you can see that here it is. We'll be sending you the link as well. It's mynamewix.com, Learning Modules Macro. And if we scroll down here, this is where you found your message, but I want to go here, Short Run Macro Model. Okay. So on top here, I have a main introductory video that introduces the concepts of the IS curve, which you already learned in your textbook, the RT curve, the real Taylor curve, which is very similar to the LM curve in your textbook, but there are some important differences. But we think that the RT curve is a monetary rule that's a little bit closer to what central banks have been doing over the past 20 years and sort of gets at some of the issues a little bit better than the LM curve. So we'd at least like you to look at this video, and then ultimately we would want to have you download. This is the model that we'll be using in class, and we've done a dry run for some of the scenarios. They're very short, and if you press on this button, you'll get and you'll see these videos here. So this is sort of the script for what we're going to be doing in class. I don't want to have you completely unprepared. Let's go back to the page. Now there's some other supplementary materials. So for example, your book talks about full employment output. That's the same concept as potential output, but we're going to be discussing that a little bit more. It's not a long video. It's highly recommended. Over here, a little bit more detail on the inflation output trade-off. We are introducing some slightly new concepts here, and a little bit more detail into the real Taylor or RT curve, if you want to go in there and understand that. Alternatively, you could also just look at this video, which just compares the LM and RT approaches and why we think the RT approach is a little bit closer to what central banks actually do. One of the concepts that we introduce that isn't talked about in most textbooks is the natural real rate of interest. So there's a little bit of extra detail there. And this video is a nice review video. It just talks about the IS curve. It introduces the IS curve in much the same way as your textbook, but with slightly different notation. You'll notice also that on some of these, I actually put some spreadsheets here. So there's an exercise on the output gap, the short run aggregate supply and the Phillips curve, which are really the same concept. And down here, there's a little spreadsheet that helps you sort of visualize a little bit better the IS curve. So in any event, we don't want you coming in flat-footed. We don't want you coming in unprepared. We'd like to have you everybody on board. Thank you very much.